11:30 on News Talk 550 KTSA. Most Fridays I take Excedrin after Gang of Four. When Lisa Hunt's on, I take it before the show. Lisa Hunt is here. Doug Vair, Cathey, Meyer. You kids better behave yourselves. She's coming back to school.
I'm on my way back.
She's on her way back in a few minutes. All right, time for the lightning round on Gang of Four. We're going to go fast. Brief comments, move through as many stories as we can.
Houston Texans.
Hollywood. How about that, huh? How about that?
That's who I'm picking.
They're your
the Cowboys
dark
don't
horse
have a prayer.
No?
Not for the Super Bowl, just to win this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's hilarious,
I don't
by
think
the
they
way.
have the long-term.
They were going to
run
the
in them.
Super Bowl before they played their first game, and now they're just fighting with each other. Which
It is kind of funny
beautiful.
that at the beginning of the season they were worried about, what if the Super Bowl is played at a site where the home team play? Well, not have to worry about
Well,
that.
you know what? I'm going to say one thing before you go any further. It has been done. Candlestick did not seat enough people the year that the 49ers won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
and they,
the
and they
49ers
moved,
were a different team.
and
We're
they
just saying
moved
the
it,
Cowboys
and
don't
they
have
moved
it in them.
to Stanford. It was a home game for us, and we did win, and it was played in a home stadium, even though that's because Candlestick still doesn't hold enough people.
I love the way she's mad even at things that don't
Well,
really...
I mean, they
That
don't
had
ever
nothing
bring
to
it
do
up.
with Texas.
They kind of dismiss it.
Okay, I'm sorry. From now on...
Now
will-
I know where it comes from.
I will... All right, Hollywood Park. Hollywood Park is the local municipality
Deer.
best known for its deer infestation or population.
Infestation.
They have now decided to lift the ban
On feeding them.
on feeding them. What do we think about that?
Ridiculous. Deer herd management is so important. Have you ever seen the deer that are being fed by just about everybody, how small they are and how overpopulated the deer herd is? In
Why
veterinary
would I care
terms,
how
we call
small they
them
are?
dinks. We call them dinks because they don't grow. When you have a
Oh, I
huge
see.
when you have a huge
stunts
population,
their growth.
Absolutely, and it disease comes into the herd. This is ridiculous. It's absurd. Bad herd management.
But if I'm going to hit them with my car, don't I want them to be smaller?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Smaller
true.
the
But
better,
not
right?
chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
want them-
all agree no feeding
No
the deer.
steroids.
All right. So we all think that's a bad idea. First, it was Craigslist under great fire from about 40 attorneys general around the country, taking its adult services section down. Now, a website I'd never even heard of before called Backpage is under pressure to do the same thing. So the trend is, among politicians of both parties, we've got to stop the spread of adults trading and selling sex and sexual services on the internet. Are we sure that's a good idea? These are consenting adults,
Is
people
it
making
illegal
consenting
activity?
decisions.
That's
If
not
it's-
what that's about,
If it's
though.
not illegal activity, I don't know that we
I
need
thought
to
it
be
was about the
regulating
fact that under the guise of being adult businesses, there are a lot of young women, like 12, 13.
That's
that are
what
being,
they say,
Well,
that-
that's true. They've
that-
interviewed them. I mean,
that there's exploitation
there
in this
has
industry.
to be. I mean, in that industry, that's what
They were there before the web, though.
Well, I agree, but there's no way to control.
Aren't
this.
these websites kind of like the low-hanging fruit, though? It's really
Sure.
easy, and
Yeah,
it
it
makes some
is.
very cool headlines to say, we went after this one and that one. But you're not, as I think you're saying, Lisa,
That's all.
you're not actually putting a dent in the industry. You are, however, maybe driving it further underground and making it even more dangerous for both the people offering the services and for the people buying them. Maybe it's time to say, you know what? If this is where it goes on, at least the internet's not a neighborhood. At least we don't have people whose homes or schools are being menaced by this. Let it happen.
Well, you can't advertise for sex in the newspaper. You can't advertise.
Depends what you call
Well,
it.
it's how you word it.
But you cannot advertise to sell sexual favors for money, and you can't do it on television. You can't do it on the Jack Riccardi show, although he might like to.
Actually, I think we're open to that. It's just, yeah.
And so,
Contact our sales
advertisers.
654-5100. Contact our sales department.
but so what's the difference with the internet?
This is what I think. I'm against the exploitation of
Well, I'm sure you
minors,
are.
of course. Thank you for not arguing with me about that, Lisa. I thought she was going to tell me, yes, you are. But here's the thing. I think a lot of time and effort is wasted. This goes across the board, trying to get in between the decisions of consenting adults.
I agree.
I just don't care. It's not worth it.
Thomas Jefferson said many things, but he said, "If it neither picks my pocketbook nor breaks my leg, what concern is it of mine?"
He must have been for gay
and he
marriage.
was all over Craigslist. Let me tell you. All right, the vice president of Ford this week at an auto show said, we've seen a big change in the market, and here's what it is. People no longer track fuel prices like, okay, when they're down, I buy the big SUV. When they're up, I buy a smaller vehicle. He said, we're seeing a permanent change in the mindset of customers. People do not expect cheap gasoline in the future. They are making vehicular changes and vehicular purchases, presuming that the price will not only not go below where it is now, but will probably be quite a bit higher than it is now. Do you all agree? Do you make that assumption?
Yes, that's how I drive.
I don't think so.
I don't even look at the miles per gallon when I purchase a car. I just want to know, is it comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe? Is it going to get me there? Is it pleasurable to drive? That's all I
You
care
obviously
about.
don't drive my 70 Le Mans.
I just don't care.
Doug's just a
But what are you
hedonist.
saying, Jack? That people
Are we going to see the death of the big SUVs and the
No.
gas
No.
guzzlers? No?
In certain places.
still got the
what-
soccer moms that have to haul the kids? That's not going to change.
Sure, blame those soccer moms for everything.